Hey everybody, I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but it is IUI month. So I wanted to do a quick video talking about IUI, fertility, and the costs associated with that. So if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, leave them in the box below. As I said before, no question is a dumb question. As long as it's respectful, I'll answer. So with that being said, here we go. The cost of fertility and TTCing is really dependent upon where you live. Every area is going to have different prices, and you would never find two fertility doctors that price is identical. That's not going to happen. So I can't tell you an exact price for where you live at, but based off of the prices in the area I live, maybe you could get a ballpark figure of how much it may cost you. Here in the DMV area, those of you who are not familiar with that, the DMV is Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. In this area, prices vary. Over the past few years that I've been TTCing, I've received quotes from several doctors. As far as IVF on average can be anywhere between $7,000 up to $23,000. My current doctor, if we choose to do IVF, it would be $7,500. Our previous fertility specialist with Shady Grove Fertility, if we were to do IVF with them, it would be $23,000, and that does not include the cost of medications. Medications for IVF can be very expensive. I have not had an IVF as of yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to. Hopefully our next cycle of IUI will work. But from what I hear from several people, the medications for IVF can range up to in the thousands. It's very expensive. You have pills. You also go have injectables. Sometimes they have to ship it to you, so it can get very pricey. The price of IUI in this area ranges from about $1,200 to $3,000. The price of medications, I would say, can be up to $600. If you are a lesbian couple, you also have to factor in the cost of sperm. Depending on where you get your sperm from, we get our sperm from our local Cairo bank, and it is $800. So you also have to add that into it before you start your TTC process. Before you make any appointments, I highly suggest you call your insurance and see what you are covered for. In some situations, if you are a married couple, your insurance will cover up to 100% of your fertility costs. So I highly suggest you call your insurance and see what you are approved for. If you are a same-sex couple like myself, I also suggest you call your insurance, because same-sex marriage is legal now. Therefore, a lot of insurance companies has updated their mandate. It will take some work. It will take a lot of phone calls. It is going to take a lot, but it is a good chance that you will be approved for your fertility services that's offered through your insurance company. With the help of my OBGYN and my reproductive specialist, they worked with my health insurance provider, and my wife and I are approved for our fertility coverage at 100%. We do have co-pays. If we choose to do IVF, we are covered 100%, but our co-pay is $1,300. Our reproductive specialist IVF is about $10,000, so we only have to pay $13 winning. I'm okay with that. 1,300 winning. I'm okay with that. As far as IUI, we are covered 100% for IUI, but our reproductive specialist has a separate fee for using sperm, donor sperm, and that's $545. So the insurance is paying for the procedure. All we have to pay is the $545 plus the cost of the sperm. Again, winning. So really, really look into that. If you are a same-sex couple, please have your documentation on hand. They are going to need a copy of your marriage license. You're going to have to take the original to your doctor's office so that they can scan it, because they're not going to allow you to scan it, because it's been situations where people will falsify documents. So you have to take your original marriage license to your doctor. They will scan it to the insurance. You also need to show that, at least with my insurance, show that you have been in a relationship for over 12 months. Proof of that can be if you live together, maybe a lease. If you have bills together, maybe a bill. If you all share a bank account, bank statements, you have to submit all of that documentation. It will go to a review board within the insurance company, and they will make the decision. Fortunately for us, they chose to allow us to utilize our fertility services. So really look into that. One suggestion I will make is that if unfortunately your insurance don't cover it and you want to do IUI, I suggest you just save up some money. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. I don't suggest anybody going to places like Craigslist or known donor registry and buy sperm, because you don't know if what those people is telling you is true. You don't know, have any way of finding out if the documentation they gave you is legit. You don't know. You are putting yourself in danger and possibly your unborn child if it's successful. So I suggest you do it the right way and just go to the doctor. You can do things like, I know myself and my wife, we like to go out a lot, go out to dinner a lot. So what we chose to do, that even though we have the money set aside for the procedures as well as our insurance covering, we still wanted to have a nest egg, kind of like a baby fund. So what we would do is, instead of going out to dinner every week like we normally do, we'll go out to dinner maybe once a month. But we still will transfer the amount that we would have spent on dinner every week into our savings account. So for example, this weekend we went out for my birthday. So that's that. Next weekend, instead of going to dinner, we will probably transfer the $50, $60 that we would have spent or more at dinner into the savings account. That way, if we do become pregnant, about time we give birth, it will be a little nest egg in there for just in case, because you never know what will happen. Just give it a try. It may work, it may not work, but more importantly, don't lose hope. It will happen. You just have to be patient and take your time. So with that being said, I'm going to close out this video. So to all of you ladies out there who have gotten your positives after your 2 week wait, congratulations to you. To all of us who are in a cycle or starting a cycle, baby, that's to all of us, and I wish all of us nothing but happy endings. And to those of you who unfortunately may have gotten a negative, keep your head up, try to smile through it, because eventually it is going to happen. Until next time, bye everybody.